program. This is my channel and podcast about what every waiter, waitress, line cook, and restaurant manager needs to know about wine. Today is another edition of the Week in Wine and Restaurant News, and unfortunately I have some very sad reporting. This is from the Daily Mail, dated September 29th, Tuesday. Famed Napa Valley Winery is destroyed by the glass fire as 2,000 are ordered to evacuate and the blaze sweeps through the area, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The glass fire broke out in the early hours of Sunday near St. Helena in the Napa Valley, 15 miles north of the city of Napa. Within 12 hours, 2,500 acres had burned and at least one winery, Chateau Boswell, was on fire. Officials said 64 other wineries were within the evacuation or evacuation warning areas. The blaze erupted midway through harvest. Now this is from the San Francisco Chronicle. The Chateau Boswell winery in St. Helena went up in flames Sunday night as the glass fire continued to rip through Napa County. Photos taken Sunday by freelance photographer Justin Sullivan show the winery located off Napa's Silverado Trail overtaken by flames. Amazing to imagine these firefighters, as well as this photographer, just really getting so close to the action. These are some amazing photographs. I'm happy to share them from the post here. This is from the Instagram of Antonio Galoni, one of the most important wine critics and the founder of Venice, finding it very hard to concentrate on work this morning, seeing the latest news on fires in California. This is Chateau Boswell in St. Helena. So why is Chateau Boswell so important? So this is from their website. I'm just going to let them speak for themselves. 40 years ago, Richard Thornton Boswell had the foresight to create a Napa Valley winery with the goal of excellence in small lot French-style wine productions with wine sold directly to the client. Chateau Boswell remains among a handful of privately owned family wineries amidst the 554 wineries in the Napa Valley today. One note real quick on that. So what they're saying is that they've never had a distributor. They've always self-distributed. So if you ever wanted to buy, if you're a restaurant or a retail store or even a collector, there was no middleman. You bought directly from them. And this allows them to really control the quality and the price. No one's ever going to tell them to increase yields, increase productions, dumb down quality. Also, they're family owned, which is really spectacular and also very important if you look at the history of what's happening in Napa Valley. Famed winemaker Andrei Chelichev directed our first efforts, and it is with a great sense of history that we continue on this path under winemaker Philippe Malka. So Malka is inarguably one of the greatest winemakers working anywhere and everywhere on the planet, and Andrei Chelichev is considered the dean of American winemaking today. Chelichev arrived in Napa Valley in 1938. He was hired by George de la Tour of Bellevue Vineyards, and he became one of the most transformative figures in California, really in American winemaking history. So the history, the pedigree, the family-owned aspect of the property all make this a major, major loss. And unfortunately, it gets worse. We have confirmation that another Napa Valley icon, Meadowood Resort, has burned. This is just devastating to anybody who's ever worked there or visited the property. This is owned by Bill Harlan of Harlan Estates. This is from the Instagram account of Wine Spectator magazine. We don't really know the extent of the damage, but we have seen photos posted by first responders on social media and are heartbroken, said Brett Anderson, Meadowood Napa Valley's Director of Culture and Communication. Whatever the damage, we are committed to rebuilding. Now, this is the most recent and comprehensive report I've found. This is from Eater San Francisco by Eve Beatty. And this writer has definitely done a fine job going out and compiling a nice list, all with the links to the actual article. So I'm going to post the link to this in the show notes if anybody wants to do more research. Scores of Napa wineries, restaurants, and resorts have been damaged by the glass incident fire. Calistoga Ranch, Fairwinds Winery, and many others have been leveled by flames. Burgess Cellars, wow, the Howell Mountain Winery was completely destroyed, but damage to the vineyard was minimal. Calistoga Ranch, luxury resort, badly damaged. Castello di Amorosa, a 13th century style winery in Calistoga known for its unique castle building, was damaged. Chateau Boswell, as we mentioned, was burned. Davis Winery. The heat from the flames prompted a 1,000-gallon propane tank on the property to explode. Fairwinds Estate Winery on its website says most of Fairway Winery and its tasting rooms have been seriously damaged. Hourglass Winery, Wine Spectator reports, has extensive damage. It's hard to say what the true damage is, says winemaker Anthony Biaggi. Honeycutt Wines. Much of its winemaking equipment was lost, but its winery building is safe. Meadowood Resort, as we spoke about, the building that housed the 3 Michelin star restaurant at Meadowood has burned. The grill at Meadowood has burned. Newton Vineyards, which I think was made famous under John Kongsgaard, was significantly impacted. Paloma on Spring Mountain tells Wine Spectator that the property has been completely destroyed. Sterling Vineyards appears to have been damaged. Toffanelli Vineyards, owner Vince Toffanelli believes that many of the grapevines planted in 1929 were lost, as well as a 120-year-old barn and the winery's currently unoccupied family home. Tuck Beckstoffer, owner of Beckstoffer Vineyards, tells Wine Spectator that we saved the winery last night, but everything else was lost. The fact that Beckstoffer Vineyard has burned is such a tremendous loss. There's been so many great bottlings sourced from this vineyard. It's really mind-boggling. Tremendously sad. Many more winery owners saying that they're waiting until Tuesday to return to their property so they can fully assess the damage. We'll try to come back and update you, so check back for more. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Give it a like, give it a share if you can. If not, this has been the Week in Wine News. I wish it was better news, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Adios and peace, guys.